Hello and welcome to the Onsen podcast, where we talk about anime, manga, and sprinkle a little bit of everything else in between.
And as usual, my name is Jericho, and this is my co-host Nate, and let's get right into it.
So we're coming into the second week of us looking into what we have for summer, and right now it's still kind of trickling in, but we did watch a few of the new shows, and one of them is... I gotta go with this one first. It's gonna be the Pervert Heroes, or HxEros Heroes. HxEros. That's what it is.
If you take out the X, it ends up just being heroes.
You go first. I want to hear what you have to say about this.
Okay, so from last time, we had really low expectations about this one, but I knew the studio behind it. They're flashy with their action scenes, and they're flashy with their loot scenes. And lo and behold, this is it. This is exactly what it is. It's the high budget action scenes and the high budget loot scenes with, the budget kind of disappears after, the slow parts of the show. But in terms of the story, I actually am going to have to watch this entire way through. Dude. I'm going to have to. It reminds me of, Ultraman or Power Rangers, right? And because the monsters in there are like bugs, but they're like humanoid bugs that make it look like there's someone in a costume from Power Rangers. It looks like
there's someone in a costume.
Yeah, it really does.
It really looks like someone's in a costume. The worst part is how, man, these people deliver on their fucking lines.
This anime is self-aware about what it is, and it has fun with it.
The world is just so weird. And the thing is, you kind of root for the good guys because, just so anyone who hasn't seen it, the whole point of this is that there is weird alien monsters that suck up the perversion / quote unquote sexual energy of humans. So there's a literal scene where an idol has a nip slip, and one of the aliens sucks out the sexual energy of all the dudes in the crowd, and they're like, what am I doing out here? I gotta go get a job. And she even sucks it out of the idol too, and she's like, I need to get a real job. This show is just so good. It's so good because it's so terrible. It hits that very sweet spot of I need to watch this because it is just that bad.
I am pretty scared of it though, because the whole story, the whole little universe they made for themselves, it's interesting. I like it, but that doesn't really mean I really like the characters. They just happen to be there and doing things.
That's another thing. I don't know how they're gonna do any world building for this show. I don't even think that's a goal. But I can't wait to see what the fuck they do with this, because the premise and the way any of this works out, it just looks so dumb and so fun to watch.
Oh no, it's super fun to watch. And then when it gets to the loot scenes, I'm like, oh god, why? Oh no, why? It's how is this happening?
Yeah, there's not going to be a moment in this show where you're not asking yourself, who approved of this? Who let this happen?
Who's the prime minister? Who's the prime minister of Japan?
I'm just yeah, we watched it on Funimation, and a bunch of comments were just good, nice try, Prime Minister Shinzo Abe, trying to get everyone to procreate.
Good try, Shinzo Abe. He's the one who approved it.
I would not be surprised if the Japanese government was desperately trying to fund ecchi ecchi romances just in order to try and get people to screw. It's a real problem, folks.
Yeah. God. And this is airing in Japan and stuff on television.
That's right. I always forget that this kind of crap airs on actual TVs.
This is the stuff on Adult Swim that shows up late at night.
Fucking cable. Yeah. No, we really got to go to Japan and just sit down and watch their fucking TV. I need to witness the bad boy for myself.
Well, I did watch a YouTuber. He's an English teacher in Japan, and he vlogs a lot about his about Japan life. And he actually took part in doing a Japanese like food show, basically. So he's gonna be starting it. Everybody in Japan knows he's a YouTuber, and he's pretty famous. Thing is,
what's his name?
I forgot. I really forgot. But he.
Do you know his channel name?
No. I'm subscribed to him, but I don't remember things like that.
I may watch this guy too. I forget his name too, but I think it sounds familiar.
He basically goes and explains about Japanese television and how, like, he compares it to American television and even European television. And when it comes to American television, European television, it was like reality television shows, drama, people criticizing each other. Like it's like stressful. It's like suspenseful, and it's like the reality of it is just like, oh my gosh, this is so much about reality TV shows in America. Meanwhile, people in Japan people in America who enjoy Japanese television, like The Castle, American Ninja Warrior, and all that jazz, right? Like those funny little shows and stuff, like the pranks. Those were like all the way back in the late 80s, 90s generation. Like, they don't show that stuff anymore. And he explains that daytime television in Japan is really boring. It's like copy paste every single time. And
to be fair, all daytime television is super boring, other than Judge Judy. Judge Judy, ride or die.
No, here's the thing. Judge Judy will yell, will criticize them, and do all that jazz. But in Japan, like, you got a person, like an idol, reviewing food, right? You're supposed to eat the food and be like, oh, this is exciting. And then you eat it, and you're like, this is so good. This is amazing. This is really good. And you get that person's reaction.
So that's daytime television?
That's daytime television. And it's copy, paste. There is nothing negative about anything. There's no criticization. There's no drama.
What
it's all,
the hell?
We're all happy. I feel good. You feel good. We're all happy. Nothing bad is happening. That's exactly what it is.
This anime makes me fucking happy. So that's all I needed in my life.
Yeah, daytime.
I am very glad that this turned out well, because you and me both thought this was going to be like a bad pick. We thought that it was going to be like super cringe and like take itself way too seriously. No, not even a little.
This anime is basically like the phrasing from that one scene in Fate Zero when they say like, when people die, they're killed. This is like the similar of when people are lewd, they fuck.
and one like a plus is that they took away the like genius bombshell and replaced it with a genius
bombshell.
Yeah, except
I'm not gonna lie, this guy, I don't know, dude.
This dude, dude, his hair.
I mean, I don't go that way, but if I see an attractive man, I see an attractive man.
We can appreciate art.
I mean, he's either gonna say "pull my ponytail" or
dude, I love it, and that's his uncle too.
Yeah.
That is the main character's uncle.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
The funny thing, the show's aware that they're like doing this, like not doing the trope, because they had him in a chair. And when he turns around, that's the punchline. He's like super buff and shit, with like wearing like a crop top or something. It's crazy.
I hope they hide him for the first, like, what was it, 30 seconds
30
before
seconds
he turned.
before he
and you're like, wait, hold on a second.
I'm expecting this dude in like a button-up shirt, jeans, and all that stuff.
Yep.
He turns around.
Yep.
And he's wearing the most lewdest thing, like he got it from the Kill la Kill store.
Yeah. For about like 5 seconds, I was like emotionally and sexually confused.
It's like, where'd you get this outfit? Nudist beach.
Oh God, such a good show. But either way, good watch. Definitely gonna keep seeing what the hell happens.
Well, hold on. There are those 3 other characters, the 3 girls that are living with him.
The other 3 girls, we only saw like a gag bit of them, because what's her name? The brown-haired one, Momoka. She seems like she's gonna be the like lewd one. Sora just seems like the white-haired girl. Mm-hmm. she seems like she's gonna be vacant and just quote unquote accidentally lewd. And then Maihime, the pink-haired girl, is just the girl who's gonna end up getting into those situations because she's clumsy or someone forces it on her, something like that. We got our tropes. We just need to figure out how they're gonna either one subvert it or, I guess, take advantage of what they got.
I just want to say that they have promised. They haven't done much with them, which is all right, but
is the first episode.
They are promising. I mean, I know they just stuck everybody in there immediately, but if they do it right, they do it good, then there's a lot of promise that like they can grow very good with their situations that they're in with the main characters.
All right.
Considering none of them have shame, so.
Okay. So from a show that just is literally just down in the dumps, we're going to go to another show that's, I guess you could consider down in the dumps. Deca-Dence. It's interesting. I will say this. It looks really good. I like where it's going. The first episode, towards the end, it got a little like cringy-ish, but I think it's going to be a really good story. I love the art style. The art style. What studio did this again? It was
Studio.
Trigger.
It's not. It's
Wit
not
Studio.
Trigger. It's Wit Studio.
Okay, it's Wit, but either way, it's so. I really like the facial expressions.
Let me see. It might be a collaboration, to be honest, with two studios. Let me see here.
But either way, I gotta mention the facial expressions of these characters is golden. Like,
oh no, it's nut. Never mind, it's nut.
It's not. It's nut. But either way, nut is life. The character.
Okay.
What's it called? Natsume. So cute. So cute. The main character, our little redheaded girl, so adorable. So cute as a kid and so cute when she's older. Like when she gets hit or when she gets upset, so damn cute. And then same thing for Kaburagi, her boss, mentor, the black-haired guy, whatever you want to mention him as. Love his gritty expressions and how disinterested he is. But I'm interested to see where the story goes. I'm afraid it's just going to be one of those, like, that it's going to be revealed that, oh, the real monsters are inside the tower kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean, yeah.
I'm going to be real upset about that. And it's going to be like a, what's it called? Like a Wall-E kind of thing where we're letting the monsters exist by staying in this machine rather than going out there and fixing the problem. So I'm afraid that they go very bluntly with that. I don't mind if they do go with that kind of a setup, but I hope it's more interesting than that, because the inside of it is very interesting because it looks like they have levels, because the base level looks super scummy. It looks super broken down, but the higher level you go up within Deca-Dence, it looks nicer and nicer to the point of it being futuristic. I don't know. What did you think?
I think it's okay. I like the character. It's great. The older dude, I like him a lot. I like how he's just nonchalant about everything. Of course, he's in the episode. He's working for like some sort of secret thing. He's not exactly.
He looks sketchy.
He's sketchy.
He looks.
He is sketchy
in that scene.
But like, I like his character, considering that he's keeping a little cute thing called like a little cute little monster thing in his room, in his apartment. I think it's like, this guy's got a soft spot, and exactly like the soft spot is when he like lets her into the room, and I'm just like, yep, this is gonna be a reverse Last of Us, where Joel loses his daughter, and then instead the daughter loses his dad, and this is the dad replacement. Yeah. And honestly, I'm okay with that dynamic.
They really hit home on the whole like father-daughter dynamic thing too, because from the get-go, the first thing I felt was like, oh man, this is gonna be his daughter. Shit,
it's gonna be great. And with Nut Studio doing this, the reason why it feels so trigger-like is because they did FL as well, FLC.
Okay, so yeah, that's where I'm getting that feel from. Okay, that makes sense.
But this is a huge departure from their previous entry, which was Tanya the Evil.
Yeah,
it's bizarre how they changed
some of the
style.
Some of the CG's a little weird, but not super out of place. Yeah, there's definitely going to need to be a little bit more. There either needs to be a whole lot more world building, or it needs to be more focused down on the struggle inside the fortress. One or the other. But I mean, I'm hooked. I'm ready to watch the rest of this and see what the hell happens.
No, yeah, I'm excited. It's a good entry to like a whole world. Actually, one thing we missed, also going back to HxEros, is the music. Surprisingly, this one, Deca-Dence, and HxEros, the Pervert Heroes, actually have solid soundtracks that are really good compared to the other ones that we were going to mention further through.
Yeah, the soundtrack behind both of those shows is actually not half bad. HxEros does not deserve a good soundtrack.
They have a good ED. They have a good OP.
That's right.
Yeah, their OPs and EDs are really good.
Yeah. The ED for the ED for Pervert Heroes is really good.
It's so bad that it's good. Not bad. It's so good that I feel bad.
It's good, and we feel bad. You should feel bad.
Oh,
Everyone feel bad.
But the music in Deca-Dence, it's so good. It melds very well and translates the culture and community within that world, and I really like that. It really immersed me into the show.
Yeah, but it's for sure it's gonna be a lot to take in, because even off of that first episode, there's still so many questions, and just there's so much more to dive into, and this thing is definitely gonna deserve. I think it's supposed to be 24 episodes that it's getting. It definitely deserves it, because there's so much. It's such a complex world. Hopefully, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to get 24 episodes, but we'll see. Hopefully, it's all good in the end.
I hope they do more like not a lot of exposition, but like more world building than they actually need. Like, I want to see something new every single episode about this world. I don't want people standing around talking.
My biggest interest is just involving with the people who are driving the whole fortress. The people who are controlling.
Oh, the Minato guy, right?
The guy called him Minato, basically like the captain, I guess, of who runs the ship. Gonna be very interesting. But
the whole city. No, honestly though, the animation and like the work that was put into making the whole city turn to a giant fist, that was pretty badass. That was a good start to an anime.
It was cool. I thought it was a little bit over dramatized, and it took a little long to get to it.
Oh, come on. Like a giant iron falling from the sky wasn't dramatized and fully cool.
It was a giant fist. Let's not suck that dick too hard.
It was awesome. When was the last time you've seen someone like a studio put so much work into something that's that massive to shoot a giant fist in a monster?
I'm not shitting on it completely. I'm just saying it was literally a giant fist that punched a whale.
Yeah.
We cannot give it that much credit.
Dude, you cannot say I punched a giant city with a population of just thousands inside, manages to turn into a fist and punches a whale straight in the face. How many times can you see that or say that?
Yeah, that is true. I hope they also go into the gear too, because like notice how everything, like all the spears and stuff that they shot at the Gadals were basically they were hollow and were spitting out their blood, which, if I'm not mistaken, is supposed to contain oxygen. The whole river, like the lake that's inside the fortress, is of their blood.
That's badass.
It's super sick.
I bathe in the blood of my enemies, literally.
Yeah. Oh my god. Actually, yeah, you're right. But I still want to know how their gadgets and stuff work, because it's definitely gonna. It'll be interesting to see what it is that they do.
It's Moby Dick the anime, except it's inside the sky.
But they killed the fish. I'm pretty sure I saw them kill the fish. Okay. That's all we got for that one, because just too many questions and not enough answers. Uzaki-Chan, Oh my god. Uzaki-Chan wants to hang
What's
out.
Uzaki-Chan?
Don't you?
Oh,
don't
Boop
you?
Chan. Okay, got it.
Yeah. Great. I absolutely loved the first episode, but I'm not gonna lie. It's been a minute since I've read the manga. I don't remember them doing anything of
Now,
what
I
they did
didn't
in the
read
episode in the manga.
but
What did you think?
Okay, so the one thing I like about Uzaki, I like the anime. I like it a lot. It's really good. Thing is, I didn't read the manga. How exactly does the manga go? Because I feel like when I'm watching this, it feels like one of those like paneled one shots where they just get into hijinks and it's like a 4-panel comic kind of thing.
It's in the same spirit of it, and where when you start reading, they're just hanging out, and she's already kind of like a nuisance to him and all that kind of stuff, and they like backtrack on their history together a little bit. But yeah, it starts the same way. I'm just talking about like the literal actions and day that they had. I don't remember that from the manga, so it's been a minute since I read the beginning. But overall, I think it's the personality comes super close, and I got the voice actress for her is doing a fantastic job. Like just such a great job.
Oh no, that voice is unique, and if you say Uzaki, I mean you can hear that voice.
It borderlines on being annoying, and like even in Gabriel Dropout, Satania always like rode that line for me of like funny and annoying, cute/annoying voice.
Tolerable,
and Uzaki
tolerable annoying voice.
Yeah, and Uzaki rides that line very hard. Very, very hard.
She's very cute now. Her voice actor does a great job in making her very cute, but not over the top.
And I love how she just has the capacity to not stop eating.
She's a black hole, dude. She's like the delete button on like the wastebasket in your Windows. You just keep feeding it shit, and never grows anything else.
Okay, question. What do you think of the male MC, Sakurai?
I think he's a loner. Honestly, he spends a lot of time for himself, and I think it hits a lot of notes for a lot of people who watch this show. But in the end, I mean, it's not bad to hang out with yourself, but it would be way more enjoyable to hang out with other people.
He's super. Like,
and I think people can
design wise,
with him.
He's generic.
Design
wise, he's generic.
I feel like he is generic, but the thing is, he's simplistic in a good way where you can relate with him really easily.
Yeah. I like I said, it's not that I don't dislike him at all. If anything, he's on the okay side of things. It's just that there's nothing like especially blatant that's gonna make you go like, I love that guy. At least not yet. And later on in the manga, they do a good job of making him very likable.
Okay.
And giving him more depth as a character. But
well, no, I expect him to have better growth as a character, considering that he is starting out as simplistic as possible, and then there's so much room for growth where you can go into. It's really nice.
Yeah. One caveat of the entire show is that I will say it is a little. There are some moments that are a little cringy. And it's kind of the thing that I didn't like is that like Uzaki just sits in a chair and starts moaning, or a massage chair, and she starts moaning. And I'm like, I really don't.
That shows up as a meme.
I really don't. Yeah, I don't remember this as like part of the manga. Like, there's obviously the running gag that she just has big boobs, but I think this is an anime only kind of gag that they did, and to be honest with you, I'm not all that into it. Like, it just seems way too on the nose of, the gag that you're trying to do. And to be honest, the VR stuff was as well. But overall, the episode was good. I think they're doing a good representation of the manga, and hopefully they continue to do so. I have no real like worries
it's
for
like
this.
Watching a couple just hanging out the entire time and making them like she's reacting to a lot of it. Now, it is, I made a few speculations about it. It is pretty funny when she's bantering with Sakurai. But you start to notice that in the show, they start having like the others, like bystanders and stuff that are like saying, oh man, like this is like, they're so annoying. Like, holy crap. Like, could they just shut up for 2 seconds? Like, it's supposed to be funny. Like, yeah, they are pretty annoying, but I'm feeling that there's going to be some point in time further in the show where things get like really, really sad and shit. I'm already expecting to be really happy about this show and then it going really deep.
I'm no comment.
Yeah. The thing is, they make it blatantly obvious, but I mean, and you're gonna expect something to happen because they wouldn't just put that for any reason.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, I'm kind of glad that they only had them doing their own thing for an episode because they're gonna start introducing a bunch of different characters, and they're all great. All of them have their own special little quirks.
Well, speaking of people that are all great with their own special quirks, that every character is really, really cool, we can head on to a Rental Girlfriend.
This show wounds my soul. I like it, but there are just moments that make me cringe. This dude, the main character, Kinoshita Kazuya, oh man, he makes me cringe so hard, and it legit hurts my soul.
At the very beginning when I started reading this manga, I was just like, man, this guy sucks. It sucks to be this guy right now. Oh my god, he's being pushed into a corner, being desperate and stuff. But for those of you understand why he's trying to be desperate. But
yeah.
No, I love it. It's great. When I first read it, I was kind of skeptical about whether this was going to turn to like, it's a great concept. Now here's ecchi. I'm like, come on, don't do that. But they don't go full scale ecchi. They go full scale. This is relationship drama comedy. This is a rom-com, and it's such a good rom-com.
I will say this though: the grandmas are so hilarious. They're so cute.
Oh my god, their dynamic is so. It's so good.
Yeah. Okay. So,
like even Kazuya even calls his grandma boss sometimes.
Like it especially like the way they bring in the what's her name, Chizuru, the girl in, when they bring in her grandma on a wheelchair, my heart instantly melts. She looks so adorable and cute, and I'm like, I just want to protect you.
Oh my god, when you find out about her, oh my god.
Was she out on the streets?
No.
Okay.
Her grandma is, man, dude, she has a great story behind her back.
Okay.
Like and it really helps out with the overall story altogether, and it's very well done. Every character has their place in this story, and it's so good.
Wait, quick question. Are the grandmas, like, again, this isn't necessarily spoiler territory, but I don't know, some people might consider it. Just answer me this. Are the grandmas, like, involved with the story? Like,
oh, yes, absolutely.
Okay, cool. I like both of them. Like, I like how Kazuya's grandma is so fucking pushy, and when she meets Chizuru, she's like, please, like, have you guys had sex yet? And she plays along like, no, we wanted to talk about it and like plan for the long term, play it slow. And she's like, you have my permission, please.
Yeah, no, dude, they're very straightforward. That's what I love about them.
Also, I kind of don't like Kazuya's family. They're kind of mean. Like, they're kind of like asses to him.
The thing is that the parents are kind of they're like you'll find out further in the story, but they do seem like they're mean. They seem like they're strict, but as the season goes, you'll find out more about them.
Okay, again, that's not to say that Kazuya isn't a bad guy, because to be fair, he kind of is a bad guy.
You should find, dude, like, when you're about to find out what he's studying in college. Oh god.
Oh, please tell me he's a woman. What is it? Women's studies? No. Whatever.
No, it's not liberal arts. No, it is not liberal arts. Okay, they're all in college for a reason. Okay, and I'm so happy that it's not.
Tell me he's a lawyer for sexual harassment. Tell me he's a lawyer for sexual harassment. Hell yeah.
No, dude. It's overall like, okay, for the first episode, yeah, he apparently looks like a loser college kid who needs a girlfriend because of his family.
Loser, creepy, and just
he's not much to look at, but I mean, he's trying.
It's an interesting story, and yeah, I do like how towards the end he really does try, and he even was gonna give up like the charade and just tell like, what's it called? What's her name? Tell his grandma that like, look, she's not my girlfriend. Like, and just clear up the misunderstanding and just take the heat. And Chizuru just decided not to because I don't know, she's a good person.
Maybe this is why I like it so much. It's because it's not because most harems, most romance economies is like, get together, confess your love, get together, confess your love, get together, confess your love. This one, it's like, admit to your grandma right now. It's like, do it. No. What? No. Admit to your grandma that you're faking it. No, we're not going to. They never do it in the first episode. They're gonna further down the line. You're gonna see more of that stuff, and it's just it's so refreshing. Honestly,
I guess you can consider it refreshing. I don't. We'll see.
It's a concept that I like. What I mean by refreshing.
It's a harem. So far, I'm not expecting a lot from this.
Yeah, dude. No, Nate. I don't think you're gonna have any fun. This is not all a fun thing. You're gonna be built up and then destroyed.
Wait, okay. Am I gonna get invested into one of these, like in one of the girls in the harem, like I did with quintuplets?
One of these girls? What are you talking about? Don't you mean all?
It has a fucking tag of harem in it, and clearly there are multiple girls. I'm asking, is there going to be one that I'm going to root for the way I did for in quintuplets?
Yes.
Because that shit broke my heart.
Absolutely. There is going to be one that you're absolutely going to want to root for.
I can't do this again. I can't be put through this.
If I had to label the harem part of this tag for the anime, from like 1 to 100, 25.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That is not
drama-wise. 75.
Shit. Damn it. Why do I gotta get invested into these goddamn things?
I love it. I love it so much.
This is so infuriating. No. I can't do this.
Well, there's something you can tolerate, though. It's the next anime called the Misfit of the Demon King High School? Academy? Yeah, Academy.
Yeah, it's Academy.
Yeah, so that's a little more doable. Let's move on to that.
I'm so glad. The second episode is so good. I like how it opens with the retelling of his birth. That shit was so funny.
Second episode. And yeah, we're referencing. We already watched the first episode. We're referencing everything now is for the first episode, the second episode, and it's so good. More of the parents, guys. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the fact that like it, so it breaks off with him meeting like the hero, and apparently there's like different realms and stuff with different kinds of beings. And he sacrificed himself in order to divide all the realms for whatever reason, and to stop the fighting. And the next thing you know, he dies, and he comes back as a baby. And so when the mom starts talking like, oh, what are we gonna name him? And he just says his fucking name in a super deep voice.
So basically, the mom's like sitting down next to her husband, carrying the baby. You know, just she popped him right out, and then like said, "Man, what should we name him?" And in this normal voice from 2,000 years ago, he was like, "My name is Anos Van Gold."
Oh my god,
Ans Van Gold.
I was not prepared for that scene.
I was not
prepared for it at all.
That was a great joke.
It was I mean, at least we get in the
Mother, I require nutrients.
Mother, Mother, I need sustenance.
Mother, my drawers have been soiled. I require a change.
I'm just imagining it in the same tone as what's it called, Warhammer. Just brother, I am pinned here.
Mother, I require more mushrooms.
Okay, so this episode brings in like a new character, Sasha Necron, which is like the sister of the white-haired girl,
Misha.
Misha. Yeah. I don't like her. She comes off as a total bitch, but somehow by the end of it, she's friends with her sister again and has a giant crush on the MC. I don't like that, like the story aspect of the episode for this week, but it was funny to watch. I loved how he just beat her into the ground.
Oh yeah, carrying the castle and everything. He's basically an overpowered tank that can defeat almost everything. But yeah, the thing about Sasha, I like Sasha, and I don't think it's bad. She's the
She's tsundere.
The tsundere character. She's the tropey tsundere character, but she's posed as a leader amongst her classmates and her peers, since she does have a lot of power. And because she has so much power, she's very headstrong. She's hot-headed. Whenever they also explain whenever she's excited or something, or her eyes go in that like little mode way. And
oh yeah, her eyes glow with like a demon symbol.
Yeah,
or something
and
like
it's
that.
like hard for her to control it. Now, I think the reason why at the end of the show that whole thing procured with them kissing there in the beginning, even after asking her sister like, "Do you like him?" and she says yes.
I thought she was doing it to like. I thought she was doing it to try and piss off Misha.
No,
because I was fully expecting like a scene where like Misha was looking through the window and being like, "Yo, what the hell?"
No. See, Anos, if you know about Anos, the very first episode, he was trying to get those brothers to make up. I don't think he's the kind of guy that would tolerate somebody trying to break like bonds with each other when bonds are very important. Bonds is a very important theme of this show, and also this episode, because how he saw Sasha treating Misha in front of her peers, he wanted to fix that, and he did. But the reason why she kissed him is not because she's trying to get over Misha. She kind of like a little bit of just like, Misha likes this guy. I'm kind of jealous, and I know the reason why Misha likes him, and because I'm a leader, and because I'm usually praised by a lot of people, and I get what I want. I don't know. So that's why she legitimately doesn't kiss him because she's jealous of like Misha liking him and does it to spite her. She literally wants him. Like she wants him. Like because he's desirable.
I get that. What I'm saying is that I initially thought that she was doing it to like piss off Misha.
No, yeah, and
but even then, it still bothers me how typical tsundere she is.
Yeah,
because she fucking hates Anos the entire time, and then like all he says is like, "Huh, you have pretty eyes," and she immediately like just starts fucking quivering. Like,
well, that one was just that was just him. I think that was just like the story.
I know that's the story bit of it, and I'm like I said, I'm totally okay with like the harem-y aspect. I'm just saying it was not my favorite part of the episode. The second episode, great, love it, pretty solid episode. Especially when he brings Sasha and Misha home to meet his parents again.
Oh yeah, that scene, I forgot about that
and
scene.
The mom was just like, he already brought a second bride.
Dad is like, I've never done that. I've never brought more than one. What are you?
More than one.
He feels inferior, but he's content with it.
You animal. So damn funny.
But I wanna keep talking about Sasha though. She now, like, I think I already generalized it, but a way to generalize and summarize what I said. A way to summarize what I said about Sasha is that to all those events that was happening from the beginning of the second episode to the end of the episode, it's just like a transition through breaking her down, and then getting her with her sister to make up, and then realizing that he made a big change in her in just that one part. I think that's why I justify why that kiss was okay, acceptable in the second episode, and it was fine. It was understandable. I understand why it happened, why she felt that way, and the reason why I like this is because it gives her a lot of character. It makes her feel alive. It makes her feel likable, and that thing. And the thing is,
but it happened so fast within like the span of a single episode. And let's be real here, Sasha was a total asshole to Misha the entire way through up until Anos won, and
because of the events that have procured with Anos all the way through.
But just him beating her and then saying like, look, now you're on my team, and I think Misha just wants to be like friends with you and on the same team. And then they go to his house, and then by the end of it, Misha and Sasha are holding hands, being like best friend sisters again. And I'm like, huh? Keep in mind that Misha even like told Anos that like, yeah, my family forced me to wear a different symbol and outfit than she is, even though we come from the same family.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that they're born right there. Their character's just placed there, and that's their story. There could be things previous then that they haven't told us about what their family did to them, which they will come into eventually, which I'm banking on, honestly. But I feel like Sasha and Misha were close as kids, all right? And then after their whole parents when they start growing up, the parents start separating them, right? Because of the power differences and how they're like. And like, I feel like they still feel like they're sisters. Someone just needs to push them, because
I think it's rushed. I'm not saying it's super unbelievable. I'm just saying it felt rushed.
I don't think it's rushed at all. I feel like if someone meets somebody, you can end up kissing. Doesn't matter. Kiss is a kiss, you know?
No, I'm not talking about the kiss. I'm talking about Misha and Sasha being fucking best friend sisters again.
Oh, no, I think it's fine. I think it's fine as it is, being Misha. Because
I think it was rushed. I think a good chunk of this episode was rushed, but in terms of the comedy and...
Okay, hold on. No. I don't think it's rushed at all. I think this is fine. One, it also works for the story. Sasha's actually considered a main character as well, too, in this show. And them working together and like being sisters and all with this guy, I think that's a more interesting dynamic than the regular of I'm jealous of her, I'm fighting with her. I want to slowly character develop my way into becoming sisters with her again, where it's super difficult apparently. But I feel like it's fine that sisters are able to realize that, hey, what our family did to us by separating us, got into my head. I'm sorry. Like, it's fine.
We'll see. Well, the fact is, you don't even know that for sure either.
Yeah, but I'm banking it. But you don't even know for sure if you don't know the direction. Like, you want them to hate each other.
I'm still saying.
How is that an interesting story? How does that an interesting story see?
I'm not.
When you wait 6 episodes or even 10 episodes until they make up in this climactic action scene or something.
It doesn't need to be that long. I'm just saying, like, they easily could have made like them make up in that time span that they were like eating at Anos's house, but like they just kind of montaged it, and that's why I'm saying it felt rushed. I'm not saying
that one particular scene was rushed. Okay, I'll give that one scene where they could have done something at the mom house. Fine, I'll give you that. But they're still together. They're still sisters. I'm okay with that. It's a story. It's a story that, hey, I don't honestly. When was the last time you were like, man, I really wish those sisters were still mad at each other so we can have continuation story of character progression? What
really
story? Yes, I am. Because Nate, look, it's okay to be wrong.
Oh, fuck you, bro.
But no, it's okay. It's okay. It's fine.
Don't turn this shit on me. Do not turn this shit on me. Okay, I will say this though. I'm interested in seeing what the actual obstacle is going to be.
Right.
Because up until now, Anos has just run through fucking everything in this world. Like even his professor is like, look, this is this magic symbol that we do, and it's been perfect for years. And Anos is like, that shit is wrong. here, look, let me fix it for you. He fixes it, and like he just keeps showing how strong and quote unquote overpowered that he is in this, like, in the demon world. I wonder where the conflict is going to come from for him and for them.
Yeah, like what the main conflict is, because he's already overpowered as hell. And honestly, I feel like it's going to be the hero guy from the very the beginning of the episode.
I think he's going to turn his back on him.
Yeah, like they're still not going to be friends.
If anything, that like he took advantage of it and like made lies or something. I don't know. But that's what I want to see, is where this is all coming from.
Yeah.
Because at some point he's going to have to like meet a challenge.
Yeah, we need an antagonist for sure.
Yeah, because at this point, otherwise it's just going to be steamrolling the anime.
It seems like the antagonist throughout the story is just society in itself.
We live in a society.
Literally, that is what the current antagonist is just society, because he keeps mentioning about how bad his demon race has gone down after 2,000 years.
Yeah, and like it's interesting too, because he seems super sympathetic even right before he dies. He's like, "Hey, I'm tired of watching my people die, and I'm sure you are too. So I'm gonna do this, and we're gonna try and fix it for like everyone's sake. So hopefully we can be friends, and if you ever get reincarnated." I don't know. Like I said,
he might be the bad guy. And the blonde dude from the beginning, he might be the bad guy.
He might be the bad guy, or his descendants might be the bad guy.
Yeah.
It's one or the other. But we'll see. I don't know. I hope it's good. I'm really enjoying this show, and I hope that it maintains the quality that it's been giving me so far for these like past 2 episodes.
Yeah, I'm excited for it too. I'm excited to watch the rest of this. This is one of the shows that I'm going to be watching as it comes out as well too. So I'm excited for where this goes, and hopefully there's going to be something about mentioning their sisters and character development and all that suffering and pain they went through. Blah blah blah.
Probably, maybe, I don't know. But moral of the story is, good show, good second episode. Should definitely keep watching it. Okay, so off topic, since we've run through everything that
welcome to the bonus round
we watched. Yeah, this is the bonus round at this point. So I recently watched Hamilton, which was really good. I know it's not an anime. But my question is, do you think plays like Hamilton or musicals like Hamilton could be turned into an anime? Because just thinking about it, I really think you could pull it off, and it would be, relatively speaking, low budget.
We have, I think it'd be very good as well too, but I think we have like a little bit of kind of like that, of like having a musical in an anime. We do have something like that a bit, but it's not exactly a full-fledged musical. Like, it's plot point, like they're having some drama and then they just go into song. Like, it's not like similar to that. I mean, what I mean is, like, you have like idol shows, right? They all have their songs. They usually sing about something related to the show that's happened, and it's like really well.
Yeah, but that's not like an actual musical. It's
not a musical, exactly. That's what I was talking about. Where it's not like that exactly, but it's something similar, just different.
But that's something feasible though, because.
Like, and if people would argue about, no, yeah, idols are like musicals, I'm like, yes, you could say that, but it's not.
I think that you can do it 2 ways. Either one, you could literally just take the musical that's on stage and just animate it, like, with everything that they do, all the motions, and you could save a lot of money by doing that, because technically you would never have to really change the background all too much.
Oh, even better. The animators who did Voltron, Avatar, and all that jazz, the animators who did that, who do that kind of Western anime style kind of thing meshed together, right?
Uh-huh.
Would you be excited if they managed to do that kind of art style, but as a musical?
Okay.
Would you think it'd be?
Yeah. I think it could work as an anime. I think musicals could be turned into animes. What I'm saying is that either one, you could have it be like very literally animated and just have it be in the same style, in where it's only a few changes in lighting and setting, and just focus more on the characters, what they're wearing, and what they're singing. Or you could have it be an actual, more like a play, in the sense of like you're changing the environment along with the characters as well. So it's somewhat kind of like a Disney movie, in where.
Well, no, then you slap on the tag movie and you lose everyone.
Well, I'm not, but that's what I'm saying, is that in the idea that there's a musical or a musical number within the play. Do you get what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, a play.
So, but that's what I'm saying. You can only do it two ways. Either one, you literally just animate a musical and just do the same thing that they do with the set pieces and the character clothes and all that stuff, or you actually make the musical into an animation with musical numbers. So this may be some spoilers for Hamilton, but there's a scene where he goes from a bar to, what was it? I think he met to the outside of the bar, and nothing obviously in real life. It's just they're still in the same setting. They're just treating it as if they're outside. But couldn't you do the same with animation, but actually change the setting? Or do you just leave it the same way and have it all be one similar setting and only change the characters and what they do? What do you think would be better?
Well, do you want it to be a musical or a play? Because I thought this was like about musicals. You're putting comparison of what plays are.
That's
like,
yeah.
As a musical animation, I would say it would be pretty difficult, considering we're talking about anime. Considering that when we say anime, we think of 12, 24 episodes, right? We're gonna have to find out how to get at least.
Well, I mean, you could set it up any way you want. That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying, what do you think would be the most optimal setting for it? So, do you think it would work better if it was like a whole movie?
That would be hard. That would be extremely hard to define, because when you say movie now, of course it's easy. You can do that, because the whole thing.
Well, because all of Hamilton to get through the entire play, I think it takes 2 hours. That's what I'm saying. Do you treat it like a movie, in where you do the whole all the way through, or do you do it episode by episode?
Obviously, no. With anime, no, you can't.
Can't what? Can't do episode by episode?
No, you can't do Hamilton, where the entire way through is song after song.
You sure?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, have you seen Hamilton? I'm legitimately asking.
Yeah, I've seen Hamilton.
Just have you seen? Okay. They don't change the background setting, though, all that much. All they do is change the lighting.
What? How is this in terms of anime
what?
or? Because if you're asking that kind of question,
but that's what I'm asking. What do you think would be the most optimal setting to put it in that perspective? Because my idea, what I think would work best, is if you literally took the play of Hamilton and do the exact same thing that they do. You are only animating the people and their clothes. So you would still have a
like taking Hamilton but making it into an animation.
Yeah. Literally.
That's what. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Obviously, yes, that'll work.
Or do you think that you would work better if you made it into an actual show / play, in where?
No.
Yeah.
That's
okay. So then
that would be kind of boring if it was just animated in the same setting. Because if it's animated, I'd expect different places to be in.
Yeah, I mean, with animation, you could still change it, but you can do it much less often, and you would save money. Is what I'm trying to say.
You would save money, but no, that's getting way too much into the specifics. Way too deep into managing whether or not you could do that or not. Let's pretend finance isn't a problem. Okay, let's pretend okay. Let's
just go for a presentation.
Yeah,
let's just go for presentation
purposes.
But that's what I'm saying is that I think it would work best that way because then you could still I don't know, you just animate it. I don't think it would necessarily be better, but I think you could do a whole lot more with imagery for sure in that show, because obviously like they're in the middle, like there are some scenes where in the middle of a war, or spoiler alert, the 13 colonies get into a war with Britain. But you could add more set pieces like background noises. You could add like wind effects. You could add like even during the pistol duels, you can add an actual effect with, you know, people actually shooting their fucking pistols.
Yeah, and of course you can also like give pauses, like, you know how the song keeps going. You can create pauses and all that jazz and whatever. But pretend Hamilton doesn't exist for a few seconds, and think of an anime, right? If musicals work in anime, think of anime either a movie or either a show, and would musical numbers work within it, depending what kind of anime it is, whether it is a dark and dreary one, could it work in a happy rom-com one, could it happy in an adventure like shoujo, like not shoujo, that's romance, a shonen like world, like where do you expect like musicals to fit in? Can you imagine if musicals can work every episode? Or of course it'll work in a movie format for sure. I'd watch a movie format musical of anime.
I think a movie format would be best. Yeah. I think you could make it work in episodes because there are legitimate like cuts in time and scenes. But it would be difficult because everything is supposed to transition from,
oh my god,
you know, like super smoothly. What?
Oh my god.
What?
That someone already did it. It actually exists.
Who? Wait, what? What are you talking about?
Demon High School.
Demon High School.
Clara.
What the hell?
Clara.
Oh
my god.
Oh, wait.
Kind of.
Wait, hold up.
It kind of works. Wait. That's kind of what it is.
No.
Yes.
No. Wait, just
she has musical numbers, dude.
No.
Yeah.
No.
That totally works.
No.
What do you mean no? There is no.
You're talking, just to be sure, you're talking about the green haired Clara.
Yes.
Okay. She has musical numbers.
Yes.
But the show itself is not a musical.
Exactly. So maybe that's how musicals can just fit in. They just slowly go in when it comes in, just based on
and break into musical.
Yeah, because they do break into musicals. Like even the characters are aware that they break into musical.
I know, but that's what I was telling you, and so that's what I was trying to ask you, and you're telling me like no, you can't do that. Like
wait, no, I was saying no. Be specific. I said no to the play, like where it's just a still place of just one place and nothing else, and then reacting the entire thing in animated. I said no to that. That's ridiculous.
I think you could get away with that.
You could,
like,
but no one would watch it.
You could change.
No one would watch it.
I don't know. I think it's serviceable. You could change. You could still change the background a little bit more often than most, but it doesn't have to be.
When was the last time you were excited to watch the high school festival play that goes on? Were you interested in the play or the characters and what they do?
I mean, it's still a musical though. That's kind of the whole thing that serves it. Fuck it. Like it still works in my mind, and that's all I needed. I just wanted to see what your opinion was and like what you think would work best.
I think the way that Iramu-chan's high school thing, I think they did it really well, and it's a good way to start it. I mean, it's a good attempt at doing it. I wouldn't say it's the best, but she does break out a character to sing a song. She's staring at the camera, like, you know, basically the audience, and doing this musical performance with her family. And honestly, I think that's the
I love her mom.
Her mom's so great. Her mom is amazing. But
her mom is hilarious.
It's amazing how they pull that off, and I totally forgot about it because I don't think any other anime has done that because it's not an idolish kind of thing. It's more of just musical and them talking about how happy they are, and it's It's adorable. And do I think that there could be a possibility that other anime shows can do this throughout the entire season, like one musical note every single episode? Not really. No. If it was 12 episodes, maybe 10 episodes, maybe you could pull it off if it was on and off between episodes. But I couldn't do a 24 episode of just musicals. Because that one, it'd be difficult. You'd have to get a song for each how each person feels, how each person is portrayed in that one scene, and what they're doing.
I mean, with COVID, we might actually end up seeing a full animated play or musical. A
musical, yeah. And honestly, yeah. I think it would work. The fact that I did see evidence that it would work actually is really fun and is actually pretty interesting, even if it is an anime and just out of the blue. I'm okay with that. I'm all right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was just curious about it because that's what I was like trying to figure out. Like, hey, is it seems like it would work in my mind, and that's why I wanted to ask you, like, if you think.
Well,
it could
let's
work.
Do an elaboration then. Let's do a little elaboration. Like, let's say we'll do the regular harem shit. It's one guy, right? Childhood friend. She sees the main character with the new girl that came up, and she's having this aching chest, right? And she's about to break into a music note. Can you see that?
Yeah. I mean, bro, I'm telling you, the reason I think it even works in the first place is because Disney has done little musical sets with all of their other animated movies, and I think anime could do the same. But I guess it's not even just anime, just animation in general. Like, could you animate a play? And I think you absolutely can. I just wanted to get your second opinion because I think you could still capture it, because you know
I feel like it's different though, because the saying "can you animate a play" is different from can an anime become a musical? That's two different things, and it doesn't fit in the same universe. And
yeah, I guess I was just curious to see if like you could. Yeah, no, actually, the way I worded that question was really weird.
I understand why you brought up plays, because it is a musical and it's how it's related to the question, but it feels like it forks off to the other side and was a little lost there about what you mean. I get what you're saying. It was more of like an example, your elaboration of how animation should work with plays, if it was like that. But no, I feel like even if it would work, I agree that I want it to happen. The thing is, with thinking about all the musicals that came out that Disney pumped out, right? All those musical notes they did, like for example, Frozen, right? Frozen's animated. Not even top of that, the Princess and the Frog. Even that one, that was probably the last 2D one that they did for the Disney Studios.
I think it was.
Yeah, that's like hand-drawn, animated everything, right? Now, when they break into musicals, it's a giant flashy show. It's all crazy and like it's so sensory, and I don't think exciting.
I don't think it would be one for one with something like a musical, but you could also amplify the musical itself, because this is just in my mind. The scene where Hamilton is about to shoot, what's his name? I forget. But the guy who ends up killing him. Like, instead of having it be like super flashy and a bunch of things going down, you could focus the animation and the music and the musical on, just them staring down each other, the scenery, the aura itself. It's a different kind of focus.
Yes.
And I think you can make that work with the musical, and vice versa, in where, like, for example, the scene where Hamilton's getting married and they're talking about the groom and the bride and all that stuff, you can make it very, you can, I guess, make it more flashy, make it more extravagant in that scene, because it works and you can get away with it. Unlike in real life, it would take too much time, too much effort, too much money to do that. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but that's one scene where costs are cut because it is just close-ups, because it is supposed to impact dramatics. It's supposed to
yeah, but that's what I'm saying, is that you can take advantage of certain situations. Obviously, there are going to be some difficulties, and you don't have to copy it one for one.
But that would be for climax. That would be for the climax. That would be for the rising action. But where is the part between the rising action and the introduction, where majority of the songs, just like in Frozen, where they're happy, they're like action based, they're having like a sadness and emotions. The majority is going to be that, and then at the end you will have that cost cutting where it's like, it's either going to be dramatic one-to-one dialogue between characters, between the protagonist and antagonist, or it's just a giant flashy mess of just colors and like excitingness, just like Bollywood style, you know?
I don't think it has to be always that, and I think that it needs to,
it is an evidence of one, but it doesn't excuse that majority would be more emotion based, because musicals are supposed to convey emotions, and with anime they convey their emotions through, you know, facial expressions, how they react, their body, who they are.
Well, that's not always true. It's also based off of you can express
just an anime trope
through
character
your voice.
Types, just an anime trope character types. It's like, I'm not talking about like Snafu
well,
or something.
No. I know. But what I'm saying is that like animation, what a lot of people don't understand is that it's the exact same thing as acting, except it's not a single person doing the acting. It's a group of people doing the acting. The people who are making the animation of the person smiling or the person crying, and then the voice actor delivering the voice that is going to be happy or crying or whatever emotion they're supposed to be displaying. And then the people, well, of course, the people who not just animate the body, but animate the lighting, the shading, instead of the lighting, it's the shading for the show, the scenery, and all that kind of stuff. And I think that you can capture just as much, possibly even more depth than those musicals, because in a musical, you're far away. And so for those really intense scenes, you can't get a better close-up. And that's what another thing I don't know about is that you can, you know, some people may not consider it a play, but you can still, it can be based
I think
off
you're
of
talking
a play.
about, hold on, I think you're talking about. So that actually has a bit of idea where, let's say the character, right? When the character gets to their musical note, right?
Yeah.
Where is this musical note perceived as? Is it inside her head? Is it around with a bunch of other people, just like in Hamilton? Like, I think that's the only two that actually happen in majority of musicals. Is it's inside the person's head, or it's like with everybody. So I think if it's with everybody that's involved, the musical is probably gonna, no, I think it works both ways. You can do dialogue and also musical at the same time. So yeah, honestly, it depends on it, because I think there are animes that flip-flop between each one. Like in I believe, like, let's say Pocahontas, right? There's a song with the group of men in the beginning, where they're going on the ships, they're soldiers and stuff, blah blah blah, and then you have like Pocahontas. It's like a continuous within the world. I think anime would work out internally, not externally. So let's break it down to like basics. External is that everyone's in on it, everyone's like in the moments, they're using the scenery, they're using the set. Internal is that it's the character's thoughts. They can go in different directions. They can go into past, presents, futures, what they see, like very artsy, like emotion styles and stuff. That's internal. So would I think anime would work in external or internal? I want to say it works in both, depending on what kind of story, what kind of like medium it is. In a movie, external all the way. If Studio Ghibli did an animated musical, everyone would watch it immediately. No doubt about it. Everyone would be down. That would get millions of dollars, having the quote unquote first Japanese musical. But when it comes to anime, I feel like the mixture between external and internal really works depending on the situation, because it could be fun as external because there's so many people involved. internal, yeah, you can do it for slower parts, like in Hercules when Meg's by herself. It's just her saying her emotions, and then in the other passage, you got Hercules. And stuff like that. They do external.
I don't think internally is the best way to go. I think it could work, but I think.
Oh, but internally, just by itself, no, I don't think so.
I think it. I'm saying no, not just by itself. I just don't think internally is as good. I think internally speaking, you can have it be where they sing externally, but the world around them doesn't recognize that. Like,
what? You've lost me. You lost me right there. What's going on?
Like, okay, so for example, when during the wedding, when Meg is talking about how she is actually in love with Alexander, but she's letting him marry Eliza.
Oh no! When I say Meg, I was saying Hercules. I meant Hercules Meg. I'm not thinking about plays. I'm thinking about animation. I'm thinking about Hercules. I'm thinking about Princess and the Frog, all that jazz. So I'm talking about Hercules Meg. Yeah, her name's Meg.
I thought you were talking. Okay, her name is Meg then. No, not the Meg from Hercules. Not the Meg from frickin' Hamilton. I don't remember her name, and I just figured that's who you were mentioning.
Oh, no, I wasn't mentioning Hamilton. No, I was not.
All right, man, it's really coming off like I didn't watch Hamilton, but I swear to God I did. But it's the same idea in where I think that you could work it in where her character model is, or their character model is singing and doing doing their whole vocalization stuff, but the rest of the world doesn't recognize it.
Now, can you elaborate on recognizing? Like, they're singing externally, but the world doesn't interact. So for
example, I guess the way I'm trying to set it up is if she's really feeling really sad and walking down the street with a bunch of people like passing by, and she starts singing, like her actual character model is singing and doing her whole thing, but the rest of the world just views her as just, she's just walking through.
That's internal. That's internal for sure.
Okay, so that's what you were talking about.
Yeah, that's internal. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were just thinking like she's walking down the street and she's not saying anything, but her voice is playing in the background as if she's singing in her own mind. Like
she's singing in her own mind, but the musical note expresses what she feels.
I don't like that.
Yeah,
I gotta see her like actually singing.
Yeah, no, but she is actually singing it. She's actually singing it in public. Okay. Where people is, but the thing is, there's a difference. So that's what you're saying. Like, pretend she's still walking in her thoughts.
Okay, I get what you're saying, but what the picture I had is, I thought you meant that she was like, if she's singing a sad number while she's walking in the street or surrounded by a bunch of people, it's just her walking, not like her mouth isn't moving.
Oh no!
But you still hear her singing in over the whole thing.
No. That's not what I mean.
I was confused.
That's not what I mean.
That.
No,
that's
internal means things are happening in front of you, but it's not actually happening in the story. Like not story. The world. It's like this little quirk.
I took it way too literally. I took it way too literally.
But
all right.
In contrast of Belle in The Beauty and the Beast in the beginning, where all of the village is singing with her.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yes,
that's external.
Okay,
that's external.
Now
everyone.
Yeah. Now I understand. I understand what you're talking about. Okay, that makes so much more sense to me. Welcome to Misunderstanding the Musical. But yeah, so I guess we both agree that it could work and that it could add something to the medium itself.
Yes.
And hopefully within our lifetime we'll see something like that.
I mean, yes, we did get a taste of it, but I want more. I want to see an anime go full on fledged West Side Story and just do it that way.
I think it'll happen. I think it will happen. It's just gonna be just a matter
Lion
of us
King
having
the
to be
shit
patient.
out of it.
Oh, God, the Lion King. You know what? We're gonna have a segment in where we review the Disney live action animated movies because boy, oh howdy, do I have a piece of my mind. Not the live action
ones. Oh shoot,
they are so terrible.
Except for Jungle Book.
That is your preview. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, the Jungle Book and Tarzan wasn't half bad. But we will get into that later.
Henry Cavill is Tarzan. They didn't redo Tarzan with Henry Cavill.
I I don't know who that is.
Henry Cavill, Witcher, Superman.
Wait, what?
The Witcher, Superman.
Nope, still not ringing any bells.
Okay. Do you prefer PlayStation or Xbox? PC.
We're not starting this.
Do you know?
We're not
Do you know who that is?
We are not.
Do you know who that is?
This right now.
He would make a great Tarzan.
Okay, so I just realized this, but since we're about to be ending this soon enough, I wanted to apologize to anyone who started listening. There are going to obviously be spoilers in every single episode. Honestly, we're going to start warning people at the start of each and every episode. That was our mistake. But other than that, do you have any final words, Jericho?
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us in our rants and our opinions and our factuals. It's okay to be wrong and all that jazz. And hopefully we'll be able to see you guys. We'll be able to see you guys in the next podcast.
Alrighty. All of y'all have a good day. Stay safe out there. Wear a mask. You know, the whole nine.